Happening right now on Today in AZ, tragedy at a Valley Amazon after a baby is found dead. We're live with the breaking details. Tragic new information in the latest police shooting in the Valley, what we are learning about the suspect who was killed. The state stepping in after a comatose woman gives birth at a Valley facility. Their demands for Hacienda Healthcare. And no end in sight for the government shutdown. So can TSA workers who are not getting paid go on strike? The Verify team on the case for you this morning. And good morning, everyone. It is 4:30 a.m. on your Thursday. Thanks for waking up with us on Today in AZ. I'm Emma Jade. We want to get right to some breaking news this morning of a baby found dead in the bathroom of an Amazon distribution center in Phoenix. Team 12's Trisha Hendricks is live near 51st Avenue and Lower Buckeye Road this morning. Trisha, what do we know about this case? What happened?
On this heartbreaking story. Back to you guys in the studio.
There's one thing we know about those Amazon distribution centers. The security is so tight. So to have anything happen inside there is just a shock to the community. All right, thanks, Trisha. We'll continue to follow that story throughout the rest of the morning. 4:32 right now. Another big story. California getting hit by quite the storm right now. Crystal will be heading our way soon.
Yes, absolutely. Here we go.
All right, thanks, Crystal. 4:33 and developing right now. A 10-year-old boy killed in a bad crash on the Loop 101 near the Scottsdale Road exit. Phoenix Fire tells us the driver crashed into a sign in the eastbound lanes of the freeway, which then toppled over. The boy was rushed to the hospital, but doctors sadly not able to save him. DPS is investigating this one. Another big story that we're following for you this morning. Dramatic new details on 2 of the 4 officer-involved shootings happening in the Valley in just the first 2 weeks of the year. The suspect in the Fountain Hills case now accused of having ties to ISIS. But first, the Tempe Police Department now admits that one of its officers killed a 14-year-old burglary suspect. Team 12's Bianca Bono is in Tempe with the latest on the teen's death. Bianca, what are we learning? All right, thanks, Bianca. We are learning new details in a police shooting last week in Fountain Hills. We mentioned this at the beginning of that story. The suspect in that shooting has now been charged with having ties to ISIS. Ismail Hamed was arrested after reportedly throwing rocks at a sheriff's deputy and then charging at him with a knife. The deputy shot him, who was later booked for aggravated assault. Prosecutors have also charged him with 2 counts of terrorism. Court documents say he was in contact with ISIS. New developments in the ongoing investigation into Hacienda Healthcare. The state of Arizona is requiring pregnancy and STD tests of the patients there, as well as an outside manager to come in and run the operation. Team 12's Bram Resnick is sorting through all of these new details this morning. Bram, what's the latest? Thanks, Bram. If you have any tips about this case, you can email your information to the 12 News I-Team tip line. Connect at 12news.com. That's the email you want to use. You can also reach out to us on Facebook or on Twitter. As we enter day 27 of the government shutdown, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is asking the president to postpone his State of the Union address. In a letter, Pelosi points to security concerns, asking President Trump to reschedule his address until after the government reopens. He's set to give that address in front of Congress next week. So far, there has been no response from the White House. And this morning, we're verifying for you some of the big questions a lot of people are asking about the government shutdown. For example, why don't federal employees simply strike, which would put pressure on lawmakers and the president to end the entire thing? If TSA agents walked off the job, it would cripple air travel, stop business in its tracks, and cause a ripple effect around the world. Nearly 1,000 TSA agents work right here at Sky Harbor, and there are 1,200 across Arizona. Each of them is working without a paycheck, and many are starting to feel the effects, so probably wondering, why don't they just strike?
By federal law, we're not allowed to strike. Ronald Reagan put that to an end for federal employees back in the walkout. The risk, if we decide to walk out, is actually you'll be unemployed.
So there you go. We can verify that TSA workers and essential federal employees are prohibited from striking or walking off the job because basically that means the feds could just fire them. Still ahead on Today in AZ, never too early to start planning your spring break vacation. It is only a couple weeks away this year. The most popular place to go might not be the beach. 2019 travel trends. That's coming up for you in 3 minutes. Plus, we are heading to Gilbert to meet one incredible elementary school teacher. And 12 News is going green for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Keep it right here all month as we count down to the greatest show on grass.